All right, so the market just opened 30 minutes ago, roughly 31 minutes ago, and let's do the analysis for the week. We'll be looking more for monthly and weekly opportunities. So on the US dollar related pairs, which is the majors, let's focus on the majors. Right, we have USD, we have Euro. Let's just put all of them right there, right? This is better. All right, so we'll start from the Australian dollar USD. And straight up, we have a monthly fair value gap, but it's not being mitigated yet. Let's see if there's any weekly premise. Well, on the weekly, we do not have any opportunity. What about the daily? So on the daily, the only set of opportunities that we can actually build up from is this very tiny imbalance here and then this one here. The only problem is both of them are highly untrustworthy to me as far as I'm concerned, so I don't care about it. I cannot trade this for the time being. Moving on to the next pair, Euro USD. Okay, so we have a monthly premise and a monthly expectation. What about the weekly? Oh, this was a former trade I took. I think I no longer need this on my chart, and I don't see an opportunity of price pulling back up anywhere here. It's not just looking good. This is not looking good. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is GBPUSD. GBPUSD, the British pounds to the dollar. Well, this is the monthly premise. And the weekly, okay, so we have two weekly situations right here. We have two weekly situations right here. We have the bearish fair value gap, which was totally destroyed, and now we have a bullish fair value gap. So it's like this is literally an inverse. So for an inverse, if this is like a clear inverse, the only problem I have with this inverse is here. So if you look here, this actually closed below the fair value area, fair value gap. So let's apply a little bit of demand and supply analysis to it. So demand and supply, the best method is to use this point, right? So according to demand and supply, this has not been tested properly. It's been tested, but not like heavily tested. And let's just see if price is going to move up before it finally comes down, or it's going to come down, test, and then run away. But I mean, each candle here is 1 week, so we can go to the daily. On the daily, we expect to see fair value gap in, fair value gap out. We're supposed to see that here. We don't know if that actually happened. So what we know is this is our current last line of defense, our current weekly last line of defense. For some reason I can't type, which is weird. Give me a second, I need to switch my network source. Okay, it's coming up now. So this is our weekly last line of defense. And in trying to understand the big picture, right? Trying to understand the big picture, I'm going to use the zigzag to see. Okay, we mitigate it here. So we expect some sort of mitigation anywhere around this area. And we are currently looking at one. There's supposed to be one here, which is what we are seeing right now. It's supposed to be a mitigation anywhere around here, which is what we are seeing right now. So probably the bounce ping pong, well, literally in the ping pong effect, basically. I see, that's what I see, a ping pong effect. price going up, bouncing, and probably it might fall, it might find its way up here to then push downwards. But well, we're only watching the market and seeing what it's doing, and when it has a clear move, then we can take a stance. But for now, the moves are not clear. This is the first mitigation. Let's see weekly premises. Well, the weekly, I think the US dollar pairs are just not tradable right now, honestly speaking. I mean, I'm just jumping into the monthly time frame on each space, and right now I can't see any useful take. You can see this. Okay, this looks quite interesting. This one looks quite interesting. I don't actually need this. I don't know why this is always appearing on my chart, but nevertheless, I don't need this. This is the monthly. Man, I'm having a serious network drag here. Okay, so if this is the monthly situation, do we have a daily mitigation? Wow, that was a heavy drop on third. Observing the bigger picture, there's a high tendency price is going to be finding its way all the way to somewhere around this level. There's a high tendency. I'm not saying it will happen, but there's just a high tendency price is going to find its way all the way towards that level. And if you can see, there's actually a fair value gap sitting down right there. But okay, it might not find its way towards that level. I just spotted something. So we have this, and then we have this current high. So we might see price come back, mitigate a certain fair value gap, maybe one of these three. And if we see price running back up, then we are certain that this high will be taken out. But if price doesn't find grounds within any of those, right here there are actually three fair value gaps. In case you don't know, let me just point them out for you guys. From here, and here, there are actually three fair value gaps seated right here. You can see then 3 monthly fair value gap right here, and just looking at it, price could either come here and go back, or come here and go back, or come here. So these are the three stands it has. Between these three stands, it requires one of them, and if it starts to reject from that one, then we are certain price is going to finally find its way up there. But for now, it will take months, right? Each candle here is a month long. I think I need to switch my network. Yeah, I definitely need to switch this network right now. These are 3 monthly fair value gaps, and we honestly don't know which one currently would likely stand. But from my understanding of different trading principles, I think this middle one is most likely going to be the determinant of what's going to happen. This middle one. But if this middle one doesn't work, then this is like the last defense. So let's just watch and see. Like I said, the USD pairs are not looking very tradable right now. They don't look like something that I want to put my fingers into. I'm just observing and seeing what's happening. Okay, so we're waiting for the market to go above this level, right? If the market goes above this level, we're certain we'll see something like a pullback and then a push up. That's not really certain, but that's what we really expect to happen next if the market could go up above this level. But let's see reasons why it can't. This is one reason. Just like I was saying on the other end, when you see a fair value gap in, fair value gap out, this is, you can see here, these are like 2 fair value gaps that came down, and then price went in and started rejecting all those all those impulsive moves, all those impulsive areas. It just goes to show that over a while, price is most likely going to come here, most likely. But let's just check out on the weekly. Do we have a weekly premise? There's one here. There's one right here, but underneath the weekly we have monthly, literally saying hi right there. So we could go straight into the daily to understand if something is going to happen for us, right? So on the weekly, we have this order flow. So order flow is just consecutive, the most consecutive type of imbalance that we are finding. If you notice, we can't find like bullish imbalance except this void here, but we are actually seeing lots and lots of bearish imbalance. This price closed above, so there might be a small U-turn here and then a return, but well, this is not, it's not tradable currently. Like, it is not tradable currently, honestly speaking. I'm not liking this. This is very, very messy price action. I cannot go anywhere inside any of these things right now. They are just not tradable, honestly speaking. I just can't trade it. This is one pair I have been working around since September last year. You can see since this point I have been looking at this pair more often than any other pair. Okay, no, not this one. It's more the GBP Japanese yen. So that was a British pound Japanese yen. This is the USD Japanese yen. It's quite similar. They are very correlated. So it's a very similar outlook for me. Very, very similar outlook for me. Let's see monthly. On the monthly, we have this current situation. This is the monthly Lloyd. It seems like the current draw on liquidity right away. On the monthly perspective, it looks very, very promising to be the draw on liquidity. If we go to the weekly, let's look for a reason to short this market if it's worth shorting. But then again, before you short this, look here, we can see this is like a demand zone, right? This is a demand zone. If you're using trend line, this is literally, your trend line has been broken, but what are you trading for? You should be trading for this zone right here. If you are trading as a what is it called, trend line trader, I mean, this is where you should be aiming to take your first profit, and then this should be your second position. This should be your second position. Excuse me. It should be your second position. But trendline traders, right? This is like some months of details. It's about September all the way till November. So this is like 2 months worth of trendline trading. So it won't be easy for you guys because it's huge. Like, it's really, really too far away from your safety line. This is your safety line basically, unless you want to go into a lower time frame, and on the lower time frame, then your safety line is here. So this is your safety line. So you could have entered this trade right here, probably on 3rd of February. And today is 10th. You will be in massive profits. Let's just say if you had sold at this point, let's just say somewhere around here, it means your profit right now should be, if I was to risk 1% of my account, right? 1% of my account is I'm risking about roughly $50. No, sorry, 1% is $100, right? So if I was risking $100, so the only way I can count that is by actually putting this here. So this would have been my risk position, and I'll just keep bumping it up to 100. So I'll be $191 in profit right now if you were trading trend lines. But I'm not a trend line trader, so I honestly don't need any of those trend line stuffs. Okay, that's for trend line trading. For demand and supply, same thing, very similar. You're looking at this point, and obviously you sold because of this, right? You sold because of this. You saw this impulse move out. You come into the daily and the 4 hours, you're looking. So the moment you saw this impulse move out, you should be selling, aiming for here. As a demand and supply trader, it's surprising. You know, the problem is that we know too many things that we don't know anything anymore, to be honest. If you're a demand and supply sale trader, this is literally where you would be. This is where it would be for you, and you would have entered after this long candle. So let's just assume you entered here, which is similar to the other trader, and you're risking 1% of your account. You see, okay, no, this is more than 1%. This is a reasonable 1%. So you'll be $108 in profit. Okay, $102 in profit currently, 102 or so. So about $100 plus. So either way, trend line, demand and supply, you are currently in profit. You're currently in profits if you are short in this market. So I also don't do demand and supply. So what do I trade? I trade MMC, as you all know. And on MMC, we did not see a reason to enter this market. Honestly speaking, I can't find an MMC reason based on my own data. Not that there is no reason to. Based on my own data, I'm coming off monthly and weekly premises. This is what I will be looking at. So these are like weekly. If I was as an MMC trader, I ought to have traded from this point, from this point up until this point. And you can see that would have been my trade as an MMC trader. If this was back in December 31st, I don't think I actually took my eyes all the way to this point. But well, currently it's all going down, and it's violated this, so this is no longer useful. It's currently mitigating this, so I'm looking out for two things. I'm looking out for a reversal, possible reversal somewhere here. My network is terrible. Okay, I'm looking for a possible reversal somewhere around here. Let's see if I don't have any up and down. I just have downs currently. I don't have an up move. So probably by tomorrow morning, this is something I should actually take note of. Like, there's a market that I should take note of. So this is the first promising market I'm seeing today, the USDJPY. So I'll take it to the top of the list. XNES does not have like a dedicated watch list. If they did, I would have had a watch list of things I wanted to do. See, they don't have like self-made watch lists. You only use the ones that are set up. So if they had, I would have made up like a setup watch list. Okay, currently this week I'm supposed to be watching the JPB USDJPY. All right, so we've done all the analysis here. This is the only useful thing that we have. Let's move on to the AUD pairs. AUD. We've done the AUDUSD. Any other AUD for us to really watch out for? Okay, then euro. Oh no, I'll do that with euro and pounds. Okay, so the AUDCAD. Let's start with AUDCAD. Right off the bat, what do we see? very similar correlations to the GBPUSD. I don't know why this thing just keeps coming off over and over again. Okay, so looking at the current market trend, I need to drop this down a little bit, see if I can figure out any better situation. Okay, turns out that that is the best situation on the higher time frame. We're currently seeing lower, higher. So there's some sort of confusion here, as you can see, right? There's no clear direction. I can see this is on the monthly though. You can see the low was taken, the high was also taken, but recently what we've noticed is the high has not been taken for a while, but a low has been taken. But it's now looking like price is finding its way to the high. Why? Because recently it's been respecting a low instead, and the newer highs it created, it's dismantled it, and it seems like price is doing something like this and to do something like this. That's what it seems like. We're not saying it is doing that, we're saying it seems like that. So let's just watch and see if there's enough orders around here to take price up. But currently on the monthly, we do not have like a reasonable reason or reasonable premise to trade the market. Let's check out the weekly. In the weekly, I do not have a premise either. In the weekly, you can see exactly what I was saying. I can see lows holding. I can see lows holding very strong. Except this one was nearly taken, but it wasn't taken. You can see they still has like some distance, 13 pips, 12 pips, and we're seeing the highs wiped out constantly. So it's not supposed to, if price was supposed to keep pricing higher, it's not supposed to retrace this steep. So what I see is price doing something like this. What I see is price doing something like this over time, but it doesn't have like a clear indication. So I'm literally going to let this market fly. Even on the daily, I'm going to let it fly. Like I do not want to put my hands into this. It's too messy. So next thing is Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Let's say, oh, that was a mistake. Monthly. So on the monthly, right, I see price trailing for this direction with a lazy move. Like it's going there, but it's lazy about it. You can see, why do I say so? You can see this bearish monthly, right? You can see this bearish monthly, and these two candles are its mitigation, right? You can see the last line of defense got swept. So if I go to the daily, you see it. So this is the first line of defense stopped so close to the new line of defense that you will not even notice it. See, this was September, this was October. If you come here and you look right here, right, this whole thing was September, and this was the highest point of September right here. You can see the candle left price is coming from, and that high got mitigated and has been respected ever since. You can see it right here. See what I was talking about in the other place where I said it's currently doing intermittent term high, low, ITH, ITL, ITH, ITL, and it's respecting ITH. So highs are being respected. The highs are being respected. That was a mistake, and remove that. Highs are being respected. Funny enough, this is an almost equal top. So we want to know if this is going to be respected, right? Because this being respected. And another thing you need to also observe is, do you know that this is a very dangerous zone to be in? You can see like it's a very, very dangerous zone where there is so much order available. You can see what price did, came in again, and most likely when it comes in again, it's going to be a massive run. It's going to run into it well, and then come back up again, and then run into it finally. Unless the economy changes, right? Unless the economy changes, that is what I see right here. Running in till it finally comes to this liquidity point. But for now, what we see on the chart, right? On the weekly, no opportunity. On the monthly, no opportunity. And I don't want to take daily opportunities anymore much, because daily opportunities are very, very blurry coming from a monthly, weekly perspective. Let's go to the monthly of this point. What do we see? Okay, we see a clear respect of the zone, price coming down. So price is coming for this low, obviously. In the weekly, we don't have a fair value gap. I don't need to even bother myself with this market any further. In the monthly, what do I have? I have price looking like it's pricing upwards. So if it's pricing upwards, then it is likely it's called true location. Okay, so we can see this, right? We can see this. So all we need to see now is order flow and sharp turn. So we need a sharp turn and then order flows. So is there a sharp turn here? We see, yes, I think there is a sharp turn here. There is this, right? And then where's the out? Then there is this. Okay, so we have sharp turn on the daily, which is the lowest time we should find an order sharp turn. So ever since then, are we having order flow? Yeah, we're having order flow. This is a short-term low leading to a fair value gap. Do we find another short-term low leading to a fair value gap? Nope. Okay, so there's another one right here. There's another one right here. So I didn't draw the first fair value gap, so it's a small one, but it's there. Short-term low leading to imbalance, short-term low leading to imbalance, and you can see that the distance, the respect is still going on, right? The huge respect is going on. We need to actually shrink this. Okay, now you can see that flow, low taking, high reduced, low. So this is possibly the low that will lead to another high, possibly, like I said. But guess what? We've seen the mitigation here. And there's one thing I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see if price is going to take out this and then move higher, or if it's going to take out this and then move lower. So I don't have a reason to trade this market right now. So we're done with the AUD pairs. Let's call into the Canadian pairs. Okay, so I have Canada, Swiss franc. Let's just call the two of them. I know it's kind of messy. This is a lot to take in. Like, I'm analyzing a lot of pair on the go, right? And this video is quite long. It's past 12 already. I think I need to take a break. It's been 30 minutes. I need to go to sleep, and I think we'll do the rest of these things tomorrow. I've analyzed enough of things, and I only found one reasonable space. Is there a space here? No, I don't see a space here. I only found one reasonable thing that looks tradable, and that's this. Alright people, see you guys some other day. I need to go to sleep right now. I got work to attend to today. Catch you all on another one. Peace.